I'm Nick.
I'm Yev.
And
We're here to talk about tipping in a restaurant. Recently, I took Nick out on a lovely date to a restaurant, and we ordered our food and were told to tip before we got our food.
well, we weren't.
It was implied by the paying and the giving of the receipt with the tip here before we got the food. What is that?
Well, anyway, so we tipped beforehand, thinking, well, if we don't tip now, they're gonna give us shitty service.
But we did tip. Well, I did tip because I took him on a date, and they gave us shitty service anyway.
We think it's screwed up that. Well, I think it's screwed up that we tip regardless of when it is.
Yes.
I think that the whole tipping system is,
Whack.
to say the least, yes.
It's strange that we have to tip you just so that you do your job. Lots of people make minimum wage and they don't get tips, but waiters get extra pay just so that they'll
Perform, just so that they'll do what they're supposed to.
yeah, which is very, very strange.
And then it's like, it's stupid because it's like, well, you can't expect to be tipped, and if you get, because that way it's like if I don't get tipped, then now someone's gonna spit.
Doesn't mean you have the right to spit on our food
Yeah.
just because we don't tip you. You're supposed to do your job first, and then if we feel like you've given us exceptional service, then we'll tip you.
Yeah.
It's not mandatory, although it seems like it is these days.
And it shouldn't be.
And it's like, if you don't, then you're a horrible person because these people make minimum wage. But lots of people make minimum wage. I used to make minimum wage. Nick still makes minimum wage.
You could say that it's screwed up that you don't want to pay them even though they make minimum wage, and it's like, well, it's not my job to pay you. It's the person who's paying you. It's their job to pay you. If you're doing a good job, they should be paying you.
And you're a waiter. You're not like making the food. You're just kind of taking the orders and bringing the food out. You're not doing anything like amazing that we need to tip you for. You're not, like lugging a refrigerator up 3 flights of.
I would give you an extra $10 for that.
If you were a refrigerator carrier or whatever, I would give you $10 extra. If you're a waiter bringing out 2 plates of food, I don't feel like I need to pay you extra. That's your job. Do your job. Don't expect more money from it. I mean, you don't see people at McDonald's doing the same thing, getting tips. They should.
If you get one, they should too. But
do you tip people? I mean, like, if you go to McDonald's, you're like, oh well, I do almost the same job. Here's $2.
$2 extra.
Yeah, don't you feel like an asshole if you don't? Because you think we're assholes if we don't do it?
Yeah.
Don't spit in my food. That's basically it.
But, yeah.
We really like you.
We think you're great, and we really like the food that you serve.
We can't support your lifestyle though.
Because we cannot support our own.
Well.